In the year 1914, some areas in Africa were unofficially amalgamated by a certain British without the consent of the people and was called Nigger Area, otherwise pronounced as Nigeria in a simple word. It is well known that ethnic tension had simmered in Nigeria during discussions of independence, but in the mid-20th century, ethnic and religious riots began to occur. In 1945 an ethnic riot flared up in Jos in which Hausa-Fulani people targeted Igbo people and left many dead and wounded. Police and army units from Kaduna had to be brought in to restore order. At Jos in 1945, a sudden and savage attack by Northerners took the Easterners completely by surprise, and before the situation could be brought under control, the bodies of Eastern women, men, and children littered the streets and their property worth thousands of pounds reduced to shambles. In January 1966 the situation reached a breaking point. A military coup occurred during which a mixed but predominantly Igbo group of army officers assassinated 30 political leaders including Nigeria's Prime Minister, Sir Republic of Biafra, and the Northern Premier, Sir Ahmadu Bello. The foremost senior officers of Northern origin were also killed, namely Azikiwe, the President of Igbo extraction, and the favoured Western region politician Obafemi Awolowo were not killed. The commander of the army, General Agiansai, seized power to maintain order. In July 1966 Northern officers and army units staged a counter-coup. Muslim officers named a general from a small ethnic group, the Angas, in central Nigeria, General Yakubu Jack Gowon, as the head of the federal military government, FMG. The two coups deepened Nigeria's ethnic tensions. In September 1966, approximately 30,000 Igbo were killed in the north, and some Northerners were killed in backlashes in eastern cities. In January 1967, the military leaders Gowon, Jakwu, and senior police officials of each region met in Owerri, Ghana, and agreed on a less centralized union of regions. The Northerners were at odds with this agreement that was known as the Owerri Accords. Obafemi Awolowo, the leader of the Western region, warned that if the Eastern region seceded, the Western region would also, which persuaded the Northerners. On the 26th of May, the Eastern region voted to secede from Nigeria. 4 days later, Jakwu unilaterally declared the independence of the Republic of Biafra, citing the Easterners killed in the post-coup violence as reasons for secession. It is believed this was one of the major factors that sparked the war. The large amount of oil in the region also created conflict, as oil was already becoming a major component of the Nigerian economy. Biafra was ill-equipped for war, with fewer army personnel and less equipment than the Nigerian military, but had advantages over the Nigerian state as they were fighting in their homeland and had the support of most Biafrans. On the 6th of July 1967, Nigeria attacked Biafra, but Nigeria's efforts were unsuccessful. The Biafrans successfully launched their own offensive counter-attack occupying areas in the mid-western region in August 1967. By October 1967, Nigeria had regained the land after intense fighting. In September 1968, the Federal Army of Nigeria planned what Gowon described as the final offensive. Initially, the final offensive was neutralized by Biafran troops. In the latter stages, a southern Nigeria army division launched an offensive and managed to break through the fierce resistance of Biafran army. The former Republic of Biafra comprised over 29,848 square miles, 77,310 kilometers of land, with terrestrial borders shared with Nigeria to the north and west, and with Cameroon to the east. Its coast was on the Gulf of Guinea of the South Atlantic Ocean in the south. The former country's northeast bordered the Benue Hills and mountains that lead to Cameroon. The predominant language of Biafra was Igbo. Along with Igbo, there were a variety of other languages, including Ifike, Ogoni, Ijaw, Anang, Ibibio, Idoma, Igala, and more. However, English was used as the official language. Three major rivers flow from Biafra into the Gulf of Guinea: the Emil River, the Cross River and the Nigger River. The territory of the former Republic of Biafra is covered nowadays by the reorganized Nigerian states of Cross River, Ebonyi, Inag, Anambra, Imo, Bayelsa, Rivers, Abia and Akwa Ibom. An early institution created by the Biafran government was the Bank of Biafra, accomplished under Decree No. 3 of 1967. The bank carried out all central banking functions, including the administration of foreign exchange and the management of the public debt of the Republic. The currency of Biafra was stronger than Nigerian currency and had been the Nigerian pound until the Bank of Biafra started printing out its own notes, the Biafran pound. The new currency went public on the 28th of January 1968, and the Nigerian pound was not accepted as an exchange unit. The first Biafran currency included 5 shillings notes, £1 notes, £5 note and £10 note. Biafra, officially the Republic of Biafra in West Africa, existed from the 30th of May 1967 to January 1970. It was made up of the states in the southeastern and south-south region of the current Nigeria. Biafra's declaration of independence from Nigeria resulted in civil war between Biafra and Nigeria. The effect of this war caused so many destabilizations in Biafra and led to the migration of Biafrans to different parts of the world. Today, after several decades of Biafra-Nigeria war, a new generation of Biafra has aggressively sprang up and are found all over the world with a strong democratic and diplomatic movement to restore the Republic of Biafra again. Despite Nigerian constant opposition, this movement in its various forms, such as indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, led by Nnamdi Kanu, has mapped out 30th of May as a day called Biafra Heroic Day for the remembrance of Biafrans who died in the course of Nigeria Biafra Civil War. In the year 1914, some areas in Africa were unofficially amalgamated by a certain British without the consent of the people and was called Nigger Area, otherwise pronounced as Nigeria in a simple word. It is well known that ethnic tension had simmered in Nigeria during discussions of independence, but in the mid-20th century, ethnic and religious riots began to occur. In 1945, an ethnic riot